Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So let's turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. It's very difficult to see it this way, but we presently live in an age where going to a movie theater still hasn't returned to the way that it used to be. Giant blockbusters are fizzling out. I just read an article and saw a video of Tom Cruise. He did a 5-city tour traveling around the country to promote his new Mission Impossible movie. He wanted people to have a movie experience. The actors and writers strike is in full swing. Even our binge-watching desires are going to sit there in front of that flat-screen TV, and in the months ahead, we're going to go, whoa, there's nothing on, because they're on strike. One expert says movie theaters are evolving, they're not dying. Better technology and unbelievable concessions. I agree with that right there. One story shares that movie theaters will never be the same again. The success of theaters in the past made owners fat and very lazy. So all they had to do was just show the movie. They didn't have to super serve the movie fan like they're having to do today. I still visit theaters with ugly seating and poor popcorn, which is why I do all I can to sneak in my movie treats. Hitting the dollar store first. And then a tremendous amount of guilt sinks into my soul when I see the movie theater employee. Yeah, I got that candy all right, but I'm cutting into what they make every hour. Somebody's going to get fired or they're going to cut hours. But somebody is going to change because I chose to go to the dollar store. I don't like this feeling. I don't. Because I'm affecting other people's lives. But how can we make the movie experience bigger, stronger, and better than it presently is? We need to invest into those theaters before they start disappearing. And here in Charlotte, they have been. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walkthrough in everyday world. I am a daily writer. I am a silent wolf. I sit underneath the brushes of life, and I watch, and I study. I see the habits of you and me and everything else that's living and breathing. This is The Daily Mess. Yeah, they're telling me it's a Friday. What day is it where you are? Is it a Friday, a Monday, a Thursday? What day is it? The calendar says, well, yeah, I guess it's a Friday where I am right now. But I don't know about you, but I bump into more people every day who find any day of the week very difficult to digest. It doesn't feel like. How did we get here already? How could it be? They say that Fridays are supposed to be the happiest days of the week, mainly because the masses identify a Friday as being the day before a 2-day weekend. Well, that's all changed. Millions of people are now working 2 to 4 jobs a week, part-time jobs, because nobody wants to give you a full-time opportunity. Their weekend is one day here, and we'll give you one over here after you work 9 more days in a row. Companies aren't playing by the 2-day off rule. Mondays are the most disliked. Maybe for the normal 9-to-5er. My Monday is actually a Thursday. I go through several mental changes before and during my Thursday. Remembering what day of the week it is. It's very important. Here's why. Research shows it's how you and I and everybody else, it's how we design and play out our responsibilities. You do realize it was the Babylons that created this so-called 7-day week. It's all based on the lunar cycle. So to go back and change the calendar and time would infect and poison more than we could ever imagine. We're just too deep into what we think is a pain in the ass. The days of the week, the time on the clock. How do you deal with those mental moments? When a Friday really doesn't feel like a Friday, my wife will tell me, well, it's actually a Tuesday. We've got 2 more days. We'll have time off. She does it. I actually had to ask her, please don't do that, because I need to know that it really is a Friday. I need to digest that, and that my Friday doesn't look like someone else's Friday, and that I know that on Friday, my responsibilities today are going to be A, B, C, D. I need to do this, and it has to be done at this time. If this were a normal Friday, I wish the days of the week had a better identity. But a lot of us are going, no. I'm going to play this day like it's my final day. Oh, have you met those people yet? They do, because they've realized that this day, it really could be. And if not, we didn't fall to our final knee. Identifying the days of the week. This is the thing that inspires me the most. The research that went into it that says that we have to know what day of the week it is because it helps us with our responsibilities. But if we're going to have responsibilities, we've got to be held accountable for those responsibilities. But so often people say, it's a Saturday. Just let it go. We'll deal with it next week. No, you can't do that. Because the way that we design our lives is based on our responsibilities. I see it here in the research. But if we let something go, we're not coming back to it. The reason why is because we're weighed down with this idea that we think we're in control of time, the 7 days a week. We think that because I work Monday, Tuesday through Friday, everything is good. We'll take care of it next week. It doesn't work that way. And I think one of the things that really screws up our lives is when July 4th, the Independence Day celebration, happens in the middle of the week in the United States. Because then everybody thinks, I've got a 4-day weekend. What are you talking about? If we think that it's a certain day, allow it to happen. But allow yourself to be held accountable for what does happen. We've all got responsibilities. Stick to your game, play your game, and be a leader in your game. Because there's a lot of people out there that are doing 5 and 6 jobs a week that are more lost than the rest of us. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.